the one, the only, Bencio. Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun to lean on. Sorry about the background noise. Again, there's no available base medrash, other small anti base medrashes to give a share in. So I'm here in the main base medrash. As you can see, this is like peak time right now. It's like 6:12 over here. You know, this is when the most people. The morning is pretty dead over here. The early afternoon is pretty dead. This is when most people are here. So you know, at least you get a view. It's not really a completely packed base medrash, which makes it nice for me because otherwise it'd be too loud over here. They probably throw me out because I use a smartphone in this base medrash. One person actually came over to me and saw me using a smartphone. Said, "Get that tuma out of here!" I was sitting in the back row. You know, there was no one even here. It's like end of davening, 9:30 in the morning. Barely anyone was here. Said, "Get the tuma out of here!" It's too much. Tell me. Look what I'm doing. I'm recording Divrei Torah for the entire world to know about. Okay, I want to talk to the Iyun to lean on. The Mishnah Berurah records at the end of Siman Reish Ted Vav. Today is 215. An interesting halacha. What's the halacha if you have a sveika? You're not sure to make a bracha. If you have a savik, you make a bracha or not. Savik d'Rabbanan l'kula, brachas d'Rabbanan. So you go l'kula. What if you have a sveika that is in the direction of making a bracha? For example, you're not sure if you had a kazayas. Let's say you had a raisin, right? You're not sure if you had a kazayas, right? You had two raisins. You're not sure if you had a kazayas. So is that a kazayas? Maybe I make a bracha, maybe not. Even if I eat a kazayas, a machlokas on a birya, right? An entity, a whole entity, right? And raisin is a whole grape. So maybe on that I make a bracha achrona by itself, even if it's not the share of a kazayas. So I have two reasons to make a bracha. Sveika. Mishnah Berurah paskins, you don't make a bracha in that case. There are other places Mishnah Berurah talks about sveika and says you do make a bracha. I believe in Sfiras Omer he talks about this. There's a machlokas over here, and later on Mishnah Berurah paskins by Sfiras Omer says sveika you do make a bracha. But at least over here, we're going to have to explain what he says over here. Sveika, you don't make the bracha. Now the question is, why not? Right? So what's the idea of Savik d'Rabbanan l'kula? This is a very long share. Savik d'Rabbanan l'kula, I'm going to explain the difference between Savik d'Oraisa l'chumra and Savik d'Rabbanan l'kula. Savik d'Oraisa l'chumra, the reason you call l'chumra by Savik d'Oraisa is because the d'Oraisa, it comes from the Torah. It comes from the Torah. The Torah was written down, Torah Shabbat Tav. It comes from the Torah Shabbat Tav, which is a chefsa. Right? It's a chefsa, it's a gavra, or mitzvah on a chefsa, mitzvah on a gavra. The words of the Torah are written down. They're nitan lichasir. They're written down, and therefore the words of the Torah, because they're written down, they're on a cloth. So they're like a chefsa. They exist. They exist in the world. So therefore, if you have a suffix, you have to go l'chumra. You have to go l'chumra. However, by a Rabbanan, it's not. It's just based on the words of the Rabbanan. The Rabbanan got together at one time, and they said something, right? All the Rabbanans are not written in the Torah. Maybe they're written in Torah Sheba'al Peh, which is not supposed to be written down, really. It's written down, but it's not supposed to be written down. You're just violating their words. It's a God, right? Like we said, the difference between a neder and a shvuah. A neder is a neser chefsa. Your words actually create a different chefsa, a different item that you took the neder on. A shvuah, when I say I'm not going to eat a piece of bread, a shvuah, I'm not going to eat the bread, I'm just violating my words, right? The words are not chal on the chefsa, on the piece of bread. And it's just a matter of when I eat that bread, I'm violating my words. Words, thrown in the air, they don't actually exist, right? So you can hear them, but they're not. You can't really see words. So words are not really a chefsa. It's an isser gavra. So that's the thing of a neder and a shvuah. And the Divrei Rabbanan also are words of, right? You're violating the gavra. You're violating the words of the Rabbanan. That's why I heard from Yonatan Sachs that if you violate this the Rabbanan b'shogeg unintentionally, you didn't do anything wrong. You don't even need to do tshuva for that. Right? When it comes to a doraisa, you violated b'shogeg. So whatever violation you did, there's a chefsa shel isser, which you did, right? So even though I did it inadvertently, there's a chefsa shel isser. If I did malacha on Shabbos, b'shogeg, I didn't know it was Shabbos, so there's a malacha. There was something that happened in the world that was a problem. That's a chefsa. So I have to do tshuva. I bring karmakatas for that. However, by Yisrael Rabbanan, it's just violating people's words. If I didn't know intentionally, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know. It wasn't my fault. So I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm not responsible for that. It's the same reason over here. If I sveika over here, the reason that we're making over here is that sveika is, even if the sveika say something, it's just merely, all All right, I was kicked out of the main base medrash as a big rabbi just came to speak in the middle while I was giving a shiur. So I had to leave. I had to end the shiur and just move to a different place. So let me continue where I picked up. The concept, the reason you go sveka, you go lakula. You go lakula by the reason sveka, you go lakula by a chiyuv derabanan. Even if the 75% chance telling me I should make the bracha, is because the word Savi Derabanan Lakula does not mean because there's 50% chance you go Lakula. It means Savi Derabanan Lakula means because that is a mitzvah Derabanan, which is a takana, or a gzeir Derabanan, which is an isser that the Rabbanan made. It only comes from their mouths, right? There's no existence. So if I'm violating exactly what they said, that's a problem. But if there's a little bit of doubt, even a 5% chance of doubt, I don't have to do the Rabbanan. I don't have to do the Rabbanan. Only if the Torah is Vadai. If the Torah is Vadai, that's the case that I'm sure that I have to do it, so I have to listen to the Rabbanan. Because the Torah said that you should listen to the Rabbanan. One of the mitzvahs in the Torah, you should listen to the Rabbanan. But if the words of the Rabbanan are not clear, right, there's ambiguity in them, so the words are not words, right? If there's a suffix min Torah, so we're dealing with a piece of chazir or something like that. So on a piece of chazir, on pig, you're not sure. There's an isser on the chefsa. If it's pig, there's an isser on the chefsa. You have to be careful. Especially if it's chazik isura, right? It's chazik isura. One piece is pig and one piece is kosher. There's something, right, in Isra Chefsa over here that you have to be worried about. But all the Yisum Derabanan or the Chiyufim Derabanan are only based on words, and there's ambiguity in any of the words. They don't apply at all, and that's why Sveik Yigol Kula. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.